over the last few years, I've been engaged in this project of playing violin concertos written in the 1930s. And I guess it's really just, it's just an excuse to play some of my favorite music. But it is kind of thought-provoking. You know, when you look back, I guess at first I started looking back to the 20th century, but just in general, it's a striking confluence of composers writing violin concertos, you know, possibly coincidentally. And actually, it's not even the decade of the 30s, it's just 1931 to 39, 8 years. It's a pretty staggering list. It reads like a music 101 of composers, you know. Besides Barber and Walton that we're playing here at the Philharmonic, there's also concertos by Benjamin Britten, by Bela Bartok, Igor Stravinsky, Sergei Prokofiev, Alban Berg, Arnold Schoenberg, Darius Milhaud, Paul Hindemith, Szymanowski, Hartmann. You know, in the case of the Walton concerto, it's very directly related to Jascha Heifetz. You know, he was a very successful violinist, and there's no question it was a golden time of violinists. But the other concertos, maybe the violinists who were associated with those are not as famous and were not as successful at the time. I love hearing people talk about these works, and I remember Hugh Wolf, Maestro Hugh Wolf, the conductor, talking about Barber's violin concerto. He said, look, in the last movement, you can hear urban America. You can hear the big cities being built, the skyscrapers being built. You can almost hear, you know, car horns and sirens going down Broadway. In a slow movement, you can hear the Great Depression or maybe the Dust Bowl farmers. And by the same token, very clearly, if you look at Alban Berg's violin concerto, was written in memory of Manon Gropius, a young girl who died in Vienna, and it very much reflects the sense of loss and mourning in Europe at the time. So maybe there is something to looking at the world through violinists' eyes.